So, Alexee oh my gosh, I've already forgotten how to say her name.
Trevizo?
Trevizo, her baby's toxicology report got released since we talked about her last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I was watching this on Court TV. They pulled up the document, and we did talk about this on stream a little bit, but there was caffeine in the baby's system, morphine, which was 19 ng/mLs. I don't completely understand that measurement.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also phentermine, which on Court TV, they had this expert, I don't know who she is, come on and say phentermine was a diet pill. And I'm thinking, what are we talking about?
Yeah, actually, phentermine is a diet pill. I think I'm getting the two mixed up. There's one for your stomach, and then there's one that is a diet pill, but I don't think it was phentermine on the report.
Yeah, it is. It's phentermine. It's right
Okay.
here. We can put up a picture. But
Oh wow,
yeah,
that adds to
it's a diet pill.
Me feeling like she didn't know.
Yeah. So I can't imagine that would affect a baby well. It's a stimulant. It causes, loss of appetite, irregular heartbeat. Like, it can cause so many crazy symptoms. On top of that, morphine. This baby speedballing in the womb.
I think you might be looking at it wrong there. I think that adds water to the possibility that she didn't know she was pregnant. Because remember, after all this had happened, she was getting her blood drawn and she was telling the phlebotomist that I don't understand what's going on. I'm so mixed up. I just thought I was gaining a whole bunch of weight. I'm still in high school, just kind of like info bombing this lady. And I think this could add to it. Now, a lot of people out there just think she's some demon that didn't want to have a kid and went out of her way, like in a murder one type situation, to end her baby. I don't think that. Every bit of information and evidence that keeps coming out makes me feel more and more sure that she didn't know.
Well, see, the ultrasound tech said that she kind of vomited to her everything that happened.
That must be who I'm talking about, not the phlebotomist.
Yeah,
then. Yeah.
asked her what would happen if I stopped taking birth control and started taking diet pills. So I wonder if she was concerned, like, is that why the baby came out like that? Like, she thought it had passed away because she stopped taking birth control and started taking diet pills? Like, is she putting that together in her head? Does that add weight to her not knowing? Like, I'm so curious what that means. But the lawyer said the toxicology report to him proves that the hospital committed malpractice and gave a pregnant woman morphine when they knew she was pregnant.
Interesting.
Another interesting fact is the baby most likely had CPR administered to it. That could have pumped air into the lungs and the stomach, like they were saying in the autopsy.
The baby did have... Oh.
Because in the autopsy report, it said it had air in the lungs and the stomach. CPR could cause that.
Yeah, so you're saying after the baby was found, they tried to potentially revive the baby doing CPR, which that could have added. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's super interesting. We've covered this topic quite a bit, you guys, and as always, we want to know your opinion on this.
Yep.
And what do you think? Do you think that she is murder one type guilty, or do you think she just came from a home and clearly, based on hiding sex from her mom and everything, she didn't have enough knowledge, maybe wasn't talked to by her parents about sex, had no idea what she was doing, and she was thrown into a horrible situation, doped up, and didn't know what to do.
Yeah, her lawyer also says she never claimed to be a virgin. I'm really curious how this is going to turn out.
That's what I said on live stream.
Yeah, I'm really curious how this is going to turn out, if the baby did in fact get CPR, if the morphine was enough to cause any kind of effects on the baby. I saw someone likening it to breast milk. It is nothing like breast milk. Everyone's different with breast milk. Small trace amounts can go through, sometimes not at all. It's much different when you're literally hooked up to an umbilical cord. I would not liken it to breast milk, like taking morphine and breastfeeding. It does go to the baby, but guaranteed it's going to be smaller amounts, and some women don't pass a lot.
I don't know
different.
who would have said that, but they just
that expert on Court TV.
Well, they have no understanding of how babies work then. The difference is the umbilical cord is a direct line through blood. You guys are literally sharing intravenous anything that's in the mom's blood is in the baby's blood. And breast milk is not that. And it has to pass a certain barrier. Not all drugs that go in the blood do go in the milk, so it's very, very different. That's weird. He doesn't sound like an expert to me. But
me either, but we really know what you want to think, or what you do think about that information. I thought it was interesting to say the least, and I got my eyes open. I'm waiting for more.
I mean, I think she needs to be held accountable. Understand when I'm saying that I think she made a mistake, I just don't think it's a murder one mistake. I think she made a big mistake, and she needs to be held accountable, whether, it's lower form of manslaughter or something like that.
It's really sad and unfortunate, and
she needs a ton of therapy, counseling, things like that. So
I agree.